Hey friend, today we're going to get into a core warm-up and preparation for inversions. Anytime you want to go upside down, whether it's handstand, forearm stand, any version of headstand, it's really not about how strong your core is, contrary to popular belief, but it is about engaging your core in the right way when you're upside down. And when you're upside down, you don't know which way is up. Your brain freaks out. So it's super important to train your core engagement on the floor first, so that when you go upside down, your body knows exactly what to do. That mind-body connection is created on the floor before we flip it around. So you don't need anything special for this, just your mat and your person. You're gonna meet me laying down on your back in a constructive rest position. So feet flat on the floor, and curl your tailbone forward a little bit so you feel your lower back pressing into the ground, and then soften your shoulder blades down onto your mat. And tuck your chin a little bit so that you feel the back of your neck lengthening, and then take a deep breath in through your nose. And let it out your mouth. Good. And what we need to understand about core engagement for inversions is taking the back bend out of the practice. So right here on your back, I want you to arch your spine. I'm going to take my arms out of the way so you can see. Send your booty down and send your front ribs up towards the ceiling. This is what your body is going to want to do naturally when you go upside down. We want to counter that. So right now, send your tailbone forward and drop your front ribs down towards your pubic bone. Feel your lower back pressing into the ground. You can even try sliding your hand underneath your low back and see that there's no space. We're going to do that 3 times. Arch your back on an inhale, breathe in, try to create space between your low back and the mat. And as you breathe out, cinch all of that down. Front ribs to pubic bone, curl tailbone forward, no space between your back and the mat. 2 more times. Inhale, arch it up. Exhale, curl it under. 1 more, just like that. Inhale, arch. And exhale, curl it under. Good. Tailbone lengthens forward, front ribs to pubic bone. There is no space underneath your low back. Keep all of that engagement. Take a breath in. And then lift your shoulders up off the mat. Come into a little curl. So we want shoulder blades lifted. Your hands can be wherever they're most comfortable. Pay attention. No space underneath your lower back and the mat. Good. And then bring your knees up into a tabletop position. So there's a bunch of different entries into our inversions. Hold with me here. If you start to shake, you're doing it right. A little shake is good for you. Lots of different entries into our inversions. And in order to be super strategic with our core warm-up, we're not just going to do random ass crunches. We're going to do really targeted core work to help us with the specific entries into the inversions. Take another breath in right here. Lift your shoulders another inch. And then lower your shoulders back down, but keep everything else as it is. Good. Hug your belly button down towards the ground. Take the space out from underneath your low back. Keep everything exactly as it is. Just tap your toes to the floor in front of you. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull your knees in towards your chest. Now see if you can pull them in so much that your butt lifts up off the ground. Push into the backs of your arms. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, tap your toes in front of you. Don't let your lower back lift off the mat. Exhale, press into the hands, curl it up. See if you can lift your hips any amount. Bring your knees towards your face. Couple more. Inhale, tap those toes down, breathing in. As you breathe out, curl it up. Hips lift up, arms push down. Get it. Good. 1 more. Inhale, tap those toes. Exhale, curl it up. Hold it here for a breath in. And then slowly uncurl everything back down to your starting position, feet flat on the floor. So what this is helping us with is the tuck entry. You can enter your handstand and your headstand through a tuck position, and that just prepared us to be able to do that when we flip the pose upside down. The second way you can enter your inversions is with a split leg entry, either kicking up or lifting up into a headstand or an inversion. So let's work on what that is going to feel like in the body so that we're ready to take it upside down. Take a breath in. As you exhale, arms come forward, shoulder blades lift up off the mat. Oh, hey. And then pay attention. Is there space between your low back and the floor? Take it out. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Zip that tailbone forward. When you're ready, send both legs to the sky. Hello. Point your toes, flex your feet, or floint. It doesn't matter, but active legs send energy all the way through. Good. Tuck your chin towards your chest, lengthen your neck, and as you're ready, start to hover one leg off the ground. Pick a leg, any leg. Zip your inner thighs together and try to press your lower back into the mat. Take a breath in right here. Exhale, switch your legs. Pause. Take a breath in right here. Exhale, switch your legs. Good. Take another breath in. Exhale, switch. Inhale here. Exhale, switch. Now on the breath, you inhale and switch. You exhale and switch. We have 5 and switch. 4 and switch. 3 and switch. Good. 2, switch. Last 1, switch, and hug both knees in. Let that go. When you kick up into handstand, when you kick up into pincha, when you lift up into headstand using lever legs, if you haven't learned these entries, I teach them inside Yogi Flight School, my arm balance program. You can find information at the description below. When you enter these poses, it's important to have your core integrated as your legs are doing the work of pulling you up into the shape. And that's exactly what that just worked. Could you keep your core integrated while your legs are moving? And yes, you did, and you could. The last exercise we're gonna do is to train us to pike up with straight legs. This is primarily for headstand and can also be super useful for your press handstand when you're ready to get there. Send your arms up and back on a breath in. Straighten your legs up towards the ceiling. Good. As you breathe out, those front ribs come down to your pubic bone. Lift those shoulders off the mat. Good. Belly button down towards your spine. Energize through your legs. Now start to lower your legs forward any amount, only as long as you can keep your lower back on the ground. If you only go a quarter of the way or half of the way, it's perfect. When you find your edge, the place where your lower back wants to lift, stop there and then zip it back up. Woo, yeah, baby. Good. A few more here. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Keep those shoulders lifted. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. You have 3 more. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. You got this. 1 more. Stay with me. 1 down. And lift. Good. Hold it up if you can. Now imagine you're stomping your feet on the ceiling. See if you can lift just your lower butt, your whole butt. Lift your whole butt up an inch, up an inch. Use your low belly muscles. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up. And exhale, release everything. Hug your knees into your chest. Oh, shanane. Beautiful. Take a little rest and then give yourself a little twist to one side. We're going to do a couple more things, so don't zone out on me just yet, but take a little twist to release a bit of what you worked on. So I want you to notice that what we did was pretty targeted, right? We didn't do bicycle crunches. We didn't do your standard gym crunches. We were working on keeping legs mostly straight or legs moving in unison or in a split leg situation, but keeping the torso really integrated because that's what we need for our inversions. Come back through center, take a breath in, and then drop your knees over to the other side. Take a little twisty twist to the opposite side. Give it 2 deep breaths here. There's a really common misconception that arm balances and inversions are about core strength, shoulder strength, arm strength, wrist strength. They're not. They're about engagement. Most people have enough strength. They just haven't learned how to engage in the right way at the right time. And that's what I'm hoping you're going to get from this little core warm-up. Bring it back up and then rock yourself up and roll over onto all fours and make your way into Sphinx Pose. So laying down on your belly and prop yourself up with your elbows underneath your shoulders. Okay, so for Sphinx, we don't want our elbows back here in kind of this little cobra situation. We want 90 degrees between, or 90 degree angle between your humerus, your upper arm, and your forearm, your lower arm, okay? Now watch, if your ears want to creep up, or your shoulders want to creep up to your ears, push down into your forearms, lengthen your neck, and actively pull your hands back towards your feet Feel the center of your chest gliding forward through your arms. Okay? Now, point your feet and press the tops of your feet into the mat. If you feel this in your lower back, hug your low belly in a lot. It might even feel like your pelvis lifts up off the floor, but you'll also feel how that takes the pressure out of your low back. Good. Take a breath in right here. If you can, stay on the tops of your feet. If you must, you can tuck your toes under. Breathe out, push into your elbows, and lift everything up into a forearm plank on your tops of the feet. Good, and then front ribs to pubic bone, the same work you did on your back earlier. See if you can find it here. Secretly, this is basically your forearm stand, just in a different orientation. So this activation of your core is what we're looking for upside down. Slowly lower the hips. Inhale, send your chesticles forward. Exhale, press into the feet, lift it up. 3 more times. Inhale, drop the hips, send your chest forward, breathing in. As you breathe out, recruit your whole front body. Press into the feet, press into the elbows, lift it up. Good, 2 more. Yoga teachers can't count. I have no idea how many I said we were gonna do. Exhale, lift. 1 more time, inhale, lower it. It's okay to have feelings. If it's hard, you can say it's hard. Exhale, lift it up. Good, hold it up here. If you can, lift 1 foot off the ground. Oh my noodles. Can you keep your whole body integrated? Good, put that leg down. Can you lift the other leg? Can you have a sense of humor about it? 1 more inhale. Lower the foot, lower your hips. Pancake. Take a rest. Beautiful, my friend. Feel your feelings. Notice your heart rate. Beautiful. And then press yourself into a little child's pose. Send your hips back onto your heels and take a rest. After a core prep like this, you are ready to go upside down. You are ready for your headstand, you're ready for your pincha, you're ready for your handstand. There's obviously more that goes into doing the pose than simply prepping your core, but you don't need any more core strength than you already have. You just need to wake it up in the right shape so that your brain knows what it's looking for when you go upside down. If you enjoyed this little tutorial and you want more tips on how to prepare your body for arm balances and inversions, or you want actual step-by-step training and personalized coaching for your arm balance and inversions practice, that's exactly what I do inside Yogi Flight School. Check out the link in the description below, and I hope to be flying with you soon. See you in the next video.